What's going on, people? Welcome to another live watch along. It is the finale. It is Palace playing at home, Sellers Park. A very, very strong lineup, in my opinion, two away from our strongest going into the Brentford game. So there's going to be a lot of players to look forward to. In fact, even before we start the game, hopefully we do have enough time to discuss it in the live chat. Get involved, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already done so. Gehi, I'm seeing. Munoz is back. Eze, Kamada, Edward starting up front. Could this be the lineup that we see against Brentford? By the way, I am doing it a bit solo today, of course. So if there's any technical problems, if there's any audio problems, let me know in the chat. But great to see you all once again. How are we feeling? How are we feeling ahead of this game? For me, I'll be honest, this is now, of course, it's still another preseason game, but this is an important game to see where we're at with the squad. This is likely to be the squad that we start the season with. And I mean, it is a very strong lineup. Let's go through the lineup before the game does kick off and get involved as well. Let me know your thoughts on the team. Are you surprised by a few players maybe not even being in the squad? But Henderson starts in goal with Richards, Anderson, Gehi as the centre-backs. Let's stop there. Gehi is starting, and that was one of the talking points throughout the week. Would he start this game? If things are so serious with Newcastle, and if he's on the verge of leaving, would he start this game? And he is starting. So does that show that the Newcastle move is maybe not as advanced as people are putting out to be? I think that's an interesting look as well in the starting lineup. But that's a very strong defense. That's a defense that I would start with against Brentford when everyone is fit. And Gehi still Crystal Palace player, so it looks all good there. Munoz is back at right wing back, so that will be interesting to see how he does because Kamada also starts, and hopefully he starts on the right-hand side, so them two can build a bit of a connection before the Brentford one, and Mitchell starting as well. So defense is, and the goalie, Henderson, that is as strong as it gets, in my opinion. That is our strongest defense. And then when we move on to the midfield, Adam Wharton starting, which is important, which is nice to see because in the previous game, I believe he played behind closed doors, so we couldn't see him play. Will Hughes is starting next to him. And let's stop in the midfield as well. Will Hughes is starting next to Adam Wharton. Now, as I've said all along, I think Adam Wharton and Cheikh Doucouré, they're going to be the midfield two going into the new season. But could this show signs of potentially Doucouré not being ready for the Brentford game? Because I would have liked to see them have a run out today and get to know each other a bit more before the Brentford game. So I mean, it could be a bold move from Glasner if he did want to start, Doucouré next game. But Hughes is starting this game, so potentially that could be the midfield two for Brentford. But albeit, I mean, he's still very strong too to start with. Hughes has had very good time under Glasner since he's coming to the club, anyways. And then we've got Ebbs is back into the starting 11, and he is starting alongside Kamada as the number 10s, which is as I expected. I think those are going to be the two starting 10s going into the new season. So, I mean, that would be good to see how both of them perform at the same time on the pitch. I know people have been talking about Kamada. Is he going to be a midfielder? Also, he can play midfield, but he'll be starting as a number 10, which is good to see as well. And Edward up front, as expected. Now, let me know in the chat, and I'll go through the chat as well, people, what you think of the starting 11. But for me, I genuinely think we are two players away from our strongest 11 right now in this squad. And that is, of course, Cheikh Doucouré in midfield, which, I mean, there's a comment here from Gaika saying I think Doucouré might play the second half. I think that's one thing to look out for in this game, how many minutes he plays, because I know there was that injury concern from the Crawley game, and from there onwards, we're being kind of precautionary whether he plays or not and his minutes. So that's one to look out for. And also, Mateta. I think you put Mateta and Doucouré there. That is Crystal Palace right now anyways for the upcoming season. And if you realize that, I mean, we've signed, of course, Riyadh, who's is going to be an option coming off the bench. Kamada starting today, and Sarr. And that is, when we look at our business so far in the summer, shows the type of business we're trying to do. Rather than bringing in these players to be confirmed starters, which maybe they might start a few games here and there when the season starts, we're improving in depth. And now, when you look at the bench, when you have the likes of Riyadh, when you have the likes of Sarr as options, the squad in itself looks healthy. To point out, though, Raksaki is not involved today. So hopefully he gets that move sooner rather than later. I'll be honest, I'm getting a headache talking about Raksaki because I just feel like it just dragged on far too long. Today, apparently, there were bids rejected from Norwich, £15 million. So I mean, we just need to send them out on loan. Just send them out on loan. Just get this thing sorted. And yeah, hopefully he's gone this weekend for everyone's sake. So Raksak is not involved in the squad. Who else is really missing? It's a very strong side, is what Rich is saying. I agree with Richards as well. It is. Tim saying, no, Evan Glasner has been historically careful with players. I think all this is, we need Chake for a full season, 100%. We don't need Decore today. We don't need Decore today. We haven't needed Decore in previous preseason friendlies. He's given opportunities for other players to have a bit more run out. So if there's any kind of risk, we don't play Decore. It's as simple as much as I would want them to play together, Wharton and Decore before the Brentford game. There's no point risking it. There's no point risking it right now. So yeah, Shane is saying Kamada and Eze running the flanks could be promising. It will be. It will be. Not could. It will be. It's going to be. I'm excited about that. I'm excited most about Kamada. Kamada next season, I'm curious to see what kind of numbers he gets. Because for me, I know Elise, I know you can't really replace Elise. In my opinion, we can't. I mean, even if you got Nusa, if you got whoever we got, to be fair, we can't replace Elise. I think he's that kind of a quality player. But Kamada, with his experience and what he's done in Europe, I think that is a very exciting player. And it's going to be interesting to see what actually happens between him and Eze today. And also great to see Ebbs. Ebbs, for me, is the face of the team. He's the face of Crystal Palace right now. So it's very important to keep him. And Gehi as well. I mean, let's see what happens with that. But the players are coming out. Let me go through more comments. As always, get involved throughout the show. If you do enjoy the stream, please hit the like button and subscribe as well if you haven't already done so. We're very close to 5,000 subscribers. And I think it's Gehi that is the captain walking out the team as well. Rich is saying, bring on all these players on the bench. Good to give them all a run out. Let's see if we have to be careful with, not careful, I don't think that's the right word to use, but I don't really think we're going to be giving everyone a run out. I did hear, though, I don't know how true it is, but there might be another 30 minutes played after the game ends. I don't know if that's real or not, but I don't know if that would be streamed. I doubt that would be streamed. I think that would be behind closed doors. But yeah, I don't think we can give them all a run out because, I mean, we need these players. Today's a test, by the way. I know it's a preseason game, but it's a very important test to see the fitness level of these players and to see how they all play together. As we said, I mean, Kamada's a new signing. Down that right-hand side, that Munoz-Elise combination is gone. Let's see how Munoz and Kamada play. I expect Kamada to start down the right-hand side. But yeah, so even though it's a preseason friendly, I'm not looking at this game thinking, yeah, it's fine. We can lose 3-0, 4-0. We can make these mistakes. No, at this point, let's take this game seriously. Even though the result doesn't count, let's take it as serious as we can. And let's see what Glasner actually does at halftime. I don't think there'll be tons of substitutions. Cody saying Kamada and Eze finally on the same pitch together. This should be exciting. 100%. So many reasons to get excited about. Palace will be in Europe next season. That is what we're talking about. That is what we're talking about, people. That's the spirit that we want. The timer is back. Some of you probably don't know about the timer if you've not been tuning in to the early morning watch-alongs. But it's going to be improved throughout the season. Just hold on. It's just there for now. It's pretty simple, but it's better than having no timer, right? Before you lot get onto me. The timer is back. And I'm actually excited about this game. I'm excited about this game for the reasons that I've listed as well. I'm watching a match on the Zone in Canada. I'm watching a match on Palace TV. So yeah. So hopefully we'll be all in sync, but the timer will be there. Fire up the timer, boss, man. The timer's here. Love that Mark is a captain today. Yeah, that's pretty important as well, I guess, because he's been rumored with a move away. He's starting. He's the captain. So let's see. Let's see. Could this be the last time we see Gahey playing for Palace? Is this on Palace TV? It is on Palace TV. It is on Palace TV. That's how I'm watching the game as well. And score predictions. Before we do get started, score predictions. What are we saying? I'm saying with that defense, I have to back the boys. 2-0 Palace. 2-0 Palace. Let me just get ready to start the timer. And the game has kicked off, but the timer is kicked off completely wrong. So that's going to be fun whilst I have to solve that whilst watching the game and reading the chat as well. So what on earth has happened with this timer? I know what's happened this time. Oh my days. And it's great start. great start. This is exactly what we wanted at the start. For the timer to start at 10 o'clock and be doing a countdown rather than a count up. Oh my days. I'm going to try to get that sorted, people. But send in your predictions. I'm going to read it out when I can. Let's see if the timer works now. Now we're starting our 100th countdown. This is great. I need to actually get the timer solved. Oh my. I thought it was all working fine when it was at 0. I thought it was all working fine. Oh my days. 3-0, 3-0, 3-1. Gahey playing is a big talking point. Actually hold up. Where is it? Where is this time? Oh, here we go. That's the problem. Don't worry. I'm going to have it solved right now and we'll be in sync in just a few minutes time. Hopefully nothing happens significantly whilst that's going on. I can see that Nantes just playing in their own half. Palace pressing them. Send in your predictions if you haven't already done so. They're technically still locked in because I'm not seeing all of the predictions. And when should we start this timer? We'll start this timer at... Oh, there's an attack from Nantes. They're in the box. Shot! Oh, what a save. What a save from Dean Henderson. Minute and a half in. And that was a very nice counter-attack from the opposition. Dangerous chance already. It could have been 1-0. In fact, it should have been 1 down. The player was in a decent position to put that in. And they just missed it. Let's see how this is going to work. Hopefully, the timer, when I now click on it, should be fine. I'm going to start it at 2 minutes. Yes. All right, cool. We're sorted. We're back. We're back whilst the opposition's having a counter-attack. Time on sleep mode. Time is all sorted. Ball into the box. Palace tried to clear it out. Another shot from Nantes, which is not cleared out, to be fair, at the edge of the box. Ball into the box. Will Hughes clears it. I mean, this is a good start so far. Challenging start. That's what we want, right? In our final preseason game. We don't want it to be a walkover as well. Time at rest. No, it's Sunday. But yeah, that was a very good save from Henderson. In fact, that should have been a goal. That's probably, I mean, if the attacker shot it to the other side, it could have easily been a goal. Kevin saying, hi guys, back to no sleep for me. Cheers from New Zealand. In fact, for the comments, I'm going to read out the comments, but I'm not going to put them out on the screen because the timer will be blocked. So I'll just read out everyone's comments. Dan saying 4-1 Palace, 3-0, 3-0, 3-1. I mean, 4-1. I'm seeing at least 3 goals from all the predictions anyway. So hopefully it does work out in our favor. Palace relegated this season. Says Blue Muffin. Don't know why you think that, especially if you're a Palace fan as well. If you're trolling, then fair enough. But nah, come on, you have to be better than that. Even if you're trolling. But yeah, so Munoz is starting, of course, down the right hand side. Kamada should be there as well, down the right, just setting everything up because of the start that we had. 7-0 Palace. They're actually showing the match on ESPN Plus in the US. Fair enough. So it means everyone can be locked in. Munoz down the right, tries to give it to Kamada. That's the thing. Kamada and Munoz needs to build. Oh, come on, ref, man. How's that a foul? Kamada and Munoz need to build that connection. And that's not going to even happen in this game alone as well. That's going to take a bit of time. Hopefully sooner rather than later. But that connection needs to be built down the right-hand side. So it's good that they've started this game. Harry saying 3-0 Palace. John saying, what do you think about Riyad being the defender to make way for Gahey? I don't think that he'll be the defender to make way for Gahey. I think it's been heavily reported already about some of the players that we're after. So if Gahey was to leave, then we find an alternative defender. And I'm not worried about that. So I think LaCroix, Chalobah, these names being mentioned is good enough. Saying that, people, I mean, we could talk about in a few minutes' time. I don't know if you've not seen it, but Anderson Anderson, according to David Ornstein, there's actually talking about Anderson, great interception from him there. There's been a bid for Joachim Anderson, and it's not coming from any other source. David Ornstein has actually reported that there has been a £20 million bid for Joachim Anderson, and it was rejected by Palace. And the club bidding for him, his former club, Fulham. Apparently, Palace want around £40 million. How would that be if we lost potentially Gahey and Anderson? I think every player's got a price on their head. Ball over the top. Edward can't reach it. Every player's got a price. Every player's got a price. That's natural. But surely we don't lose both Gahey and Anderson in the same window. But Fulham are trying it. Fulham, well, they tried it anyway. Let's see if they're serious. But they tried a £20 million bid. In fact, that's an insult. That's an insult. Fulham shouldn't even. I mean, whoa. Edward nearly won the ball from the goalie. He was trying to be smart. He cleared it out, and Palace have possession. Wharton with an awkward pass back to Mitchell, and Mitchell lost it. Nice interception once again from Joachim Anderson. That's the captain if Gahey was to leave, by the way, people. That's the captain if Gahey was to leave. Exactly. I agree, David. £20 million for Joachim Anderson is absolutely ridiculous. Kamada nearly intercepts it. High intensity. I love this. I love this from Palace. Munoz doing what Munoz does best. Literally trying for the goalie. Palace win the ball back. Shot from Ebbs. Oh, it gets blocked. It gets blocked. But this is what we love to see. Lovely. Who's that? Anderson pushing up. Literally halfway through the opposition's half. Wins the ball back. Munoz down the right-hand side. Cuts it back. Anderson. Ball into the far post. Header. And it's a goal kick. See Anderson there. See his positioning. Literally deep into the opposition's half and wins the ball back. Eze with a very good chance. In fact, that was going in. That beats the goalie. But the defender blocks it. Nearly 1-0 Palace. 6 minutes in. And the intensity, you love to see it. The press has been great so far, especially with all the players that we have out there. Come on, boys. Come on. What a start. And now another press, and they clear it out. We'll go back to the defender chat anyways, people, in about a few minutes' time. Palace keeping possession when things calm down a bit. But that's been a very good start. What do you lot make of the start so far? We're approaching 10 minutes, 7 minutes played so far. And I know the opposition's had one chance, but Palace so far, especially for the press, it's been good. It's been good. Mukhtar saying no point of the timer. There's a delay on YouTube because I'm watching the same stream and they're behind. It's not a delay on YouTube. It could be your stream that could get delayed. Hold up, there's a ball into the box that gets intercepted. They're moving cheeky. They're not even clearing it. Palace pressing. Edward wins the ball back. Eze on the ball now. Eze to Wharton with a shot. Not enough power. Lovely. By the way, it's not about YouTube. And we're not going to get onto the timer about this as well. If there is a delay, it could be your stream on Palace TV, because that's happened when I've watched it with Nick as well, and I've had to stop my stream, etc. So there might be a delay on the actual stream. Because it's a stream, it doesn't mean that everyone is synced up, even though we're watching the same platform. There could be a few second delay. So yeah, that's to do with your stream, not YouTube. Some people, hopefully everyone, majority of you are watching it synced up with me on Palace TV if you're watching on Palace TV, but that does happen. But yeah, nice shot from Wharton. Saved. But Palace have been very good so far. 8 minutes in. I was actually excited for this game as well. So far, it's proven why that excitement was there, because this starting 11 have been balling out so far. Gahey, nice header back to Henderson, and we start again. Exactly, Jamal. Palace, we're controlling the game. We're doing exactly what we should be doing. It's similar to the Palace that we saw towards the end of last season. And in this game, with this lineup, we should be similar. We should be seeing similarities. So that's a positive, because a strong lineup, one game before the season starts. So that's what we want to see. Anderson, lovely switch to Munoz. Munoz to Kamada. Kamada on the ball now to Munoz. They're basically just very close to each other there. But yeah, they'll build a connection. Now Palace switch it to the other side now, towards the left-hand side. Will Hughes with the ball in the center. Kamada's gone more centrally now. That fluidity is still there. Mitchell tries to cross it. but he gets intercepted. Hughes, ball into the box, header. Not enough power, and the direction was off as well. But so far, it's pretty much just Palace. Hughes just crosses it into the box, and I think that was Eze. It was Eze who headed the ball, but yeah, there's nothing much in that so far. But so far, it's just Palace. We've created a few chances. And they've been playing the long balls, which we've been dealing with fine. Whether that's going straight to Henderson, whether we're heading it back. And we're just controlling the game like that. Now, Munoz down the right-hand side got tons of space. I don't know where Kamada is. Kamada's just literally, he was out of the picture. Gets the ball. Kamada, Wharton, Munoz. What a free to be combining. I'm so excited. I'm genuinely so excited about next season, even though we're going to make more signings. Munoz, ball into the box. Gets intercepted. Wins it back. Scrappy. Wharton challenging head. That's a foul. I'll give it to the ref. That's a foul. We can't be complaining about that. Even Wharton went down to shake the player's hand, literally grabbing the player from his neck. So yeah. Hughesy all over the place. I just can't get over how much better he's been on the glass. And it's not just him, Tim, but yeah. By the way, we're going to be on with Tim for the live match reaction. We might be opening up the lines as well after the game to get all your thoughts and talk about the game in more detail right now. But if you do enjoy this stream, if you're new to the channel, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already done so. But yeah, Hughes, Kleiny, a lot of players have improved. But that's the thing. Can we be too upset or worried if Hughes was to start against Brentford? I think that Hughes and Wharton combination is worked whenever they've played. For me, I'd love to see Doucouré play, but there's nothing to worry about Will Hughes at this current moment of time. I think Doucouré would fit in there, but in due time when he's 100% fit. But yeah, Johnson, I think is going to be the starting 11. So far, they're playing well. They're playing well together, so it wouldn't be against it. Harry was saying Hughes and Wharton is excellent. Yeah, they've been fantastic. Even forget about this game. Even in previous games last season when we required them to play. So yeah, our midfield options are good. We're stacked in midfield, especially because we're playing two midfield as well. It's not an area of concern. We've got enough depth there. I mean, Hughes can step. I mean, look, we got Doucouré on the bench. And I know some people may have forgot how good Doucouré is, but Doucouré is going to be unreal next to Wharton if he reaches the levels he's been at before. Munoz tries to flick it past the defender. Is a throw-in. He was trying to be cheeky there. We'll take it. It's fine. It's only a preseason friend. And he's got in him. He had a very nice tournament as well with Colombia. I know he got the suspension before the final, but he was a player that a lot of people are talking about in Copa America. Nikki's saying, what about Lerma? How does he fit in with Doucouré back? Lerma still fits in. I'll answer that. Palace in attack right now. Edouard gives it to Mitchell down the left-hand side. Mitchell on the ball. Ebbs now. They've got defenders back. Now he's trying to break that block down with creativity, with movement. Who's on the ball? After Eze gives it to him. Mitchell down the left-hand side. Mitchell tries to cross it. Well, I was thinking about it. Plays it back. Because it was it's going to be intercepted if he did try to cross it. So it's a smart decision. We go all the way back to the defense and starting now. Switching over to the right-hand side. Munoz on the ball now. Munoz trying to find the options. And this is a good test. Trying to break a team down that have literally 11 players behind the ball. Switch over to Munoz on the right-hand side. Rich is on the ball. We're slowing it down. That's fine. There's no need to rush it. Oh, Wharton. Oh, so close. Wharton with literally, them forward passes he's been doing ever since joining Palace. He tries to break the defense down with those forward passes, but it was a nice interception, and we go again. Anderson now on the ball. Just literally walking pace. To Kamada. Kamada to Munoz. Them two just linking up well down the right-hand side. Back to Anderson. We're basically trying to find in the space in behind. It's very hard right now, and I don't mind this at all as well. It's solid. It's solid in terms of the actual test that these players need in terms of breaking down. Because, I mean, on the counter, we know how good we are, right? On the counter, there's no problems. We can break. I mean, we're clinical, and that's why we scored 5 goals in certain games with the end of last season. But it's about trying to break teams down now, because I expect teams to be sitting more mid to low block for against us next season because they know how clinical we are on the counter. So this is a good test for that. And so far, it hasn't been bad. It hasn't been bad. I know we haven't had a shot in the last few minutes or so, but Palace have been patient and the ball movement have been encouraging as well. So yeah, it's been good. It's been good so far. Anderson, nice ball to Kamada. Oh my days, lovely flick. Lovely flick from Kamada to Edward. But just after the 1-2, we just lost the ball. But now we win it back again. Win it back again. Edward, edge of the box to Eze. Ebbs to Mitchell. Mitchell, take a shot. Take a shot. Oh, just shoot. Shoot tight. Just shoot. In the box. We're getting closer and closer and closer. But lovely movement. Lovely 1-2 movement there, especially from Kamada to Edward. Kamada's got that freedom. He's not just sticking down the right-hand side, as we've seen last season with Elise as well. He's got that freedom to just come in centrally and get into the space and pick up the ball. Him and Eze. And that's why the system is exciting. Ball over the top. Edward with it now. To Kamada. One-touch passing. One-touch passing. Lovely, lovely. Tim saying Ty needs to take it with his right. Yeah, he should have took that shot. But we still have the ball. We still have the ball. Lost it there. We'll ball over the top. Husey trying to battle it. Trying to win the ball back. We should be fine there. They run it out. They run it out. Throw in for Palace. Down the left-hand side. And it was taken so quickly. I think it was a throw in. It was taken so quickly that by the time the camera came along, balls down the right-hand side. Palace taking the time. Nick is saying, man, we missed that distribution from midfield that Walton offers before we were so over-relying on Anderson. Exactly. Anderson, we know what he can do with the diagonal balls. So, yeah, literally, it's good to have that spoken about, that praise about Walton. They literally lose the ball as soon as I say that. But, yeah, Walton is a fantastic player. And the reports are suggesting that we're not willing to entertain anything less than £100 million with Caicedo, Rice, and all of these players going for that price. So, I mean, Walter's under contract. Fingers crossed he has no release clause. We're relaxed. We're relaxed with Walton. He's going to be great. And I think his value will naturally go up once he plays a full Premier League season. So next summer, when we're doing these Palace news, I'm just expecting a lot of streams talking about Walton, just like we've been speaking about Gahey right now. But he's happy at Palace. You can tell he's happy at Palace. So that's all that matters. And hopefully, if we have a good season, you know, some of these players, they might want to stay at Palace if we can get another top 10 or potential Europe Cup run. There's a lot of competitions, and we've got a squad depth now to kind of compete in all them competitions. Attack for Nantes, down the right-hand side, ball into the box. I believe it is a corner. Block from Palace, still 0-0 after 17 minutes. And John saying, want to see Ty getting more work up the field this season, needs to be more certain with his decision-making around the box. Saying that, John, he has improved, I think, under Glasner. I think Glasner's system helps him out as well. Down that left-hand side, with the attacking responsibilities, he's looked very good so far. But, with a few of these players, there are one or two things, of course, they can still improve on. But, yeah, I think he'll improve on that decision-making. Ball into the box from the corner. Header! 1-0. 1-0 Nantes. From a corner. Let's watch this again. Literally been praising these players, but it seemed like a good header. Let's see. Let's see exactly what's happened. But 1-0 after 18 minutes, after Palace being dominant side. Ball into the box. Who's picking him up? Literally beats Gahey and Richards. And yeah, no one really picks him up. And lovely header, to be fair, but Gay and Richards looking at each other. I think that's more on Gahey than Richards. Richards was looking at Gahey as well, but yeah, there's a free header. And yeah, 1-0 down. Lazy defending, said Jay. Yeah. The only positive I can take out of that is, you know, is his first pre-season friendly after the Euros for Gahey. So it might be down to that, for that miscommunication. But yeah, he rose so high. Exactly, Mukhtar. It was a nice header, to be fair. It was a nice header. But you can tell Richards and Gahey both looking at each other kind of just shows what went wrong. Like someone was meant to pick him up and it was just a free header. And 1-0 down now. 1-0 down. We have to come back from this position, and we've been playing good. So let's see what we can do. Jay saying send him to Newcastle already. I wouldn't be that harsh. Gahey is still a fantastic player for us. But yeah, It was just miscommunication, which, as I said at the start of the stream, ideally you want that. You don't want these kinds of things happening in preseason games, especially in the last preseason game. Considering, I mean, next in 7 days' time, we will be playing Brentford in a Premier League game, and we want to make sure we start the season strong. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Those things can be fixed. But yeah, Tim Sain got to block the runner. Palace with free kick into the box, goes straight to the goalie. MTB flat saying typical Palace. Tim Sain got to block that run and keep him from getting as high as he did. Damn, yeah, it was too easy. It was too easy. But then again, it was a nice header. Like the way he jumped for that, like it was, and the finish as well for his head. It was a nice header. Saying that we could have defended better, of course. Zonal defending takes a while to get used to, says John. Spiritual saying we should be doing is taking that 20 million from Fulham. Come on, you can't blame Anderson for that. Anderson was in that fault for that goal. But here they are in another attack. Lovely. Kamada just runs back. They had the ball at the edge of the box. Kamada just runs back and intercepts it. Dan saying early days. I wouldn't say early days. I get what you're trying to say, but I wouldn't say early days. I mean, it's a last preseason friendly. But what we can say is that it is early days for Gahey, especially his first preseason game. So there might be that one miscommunication, etc. If he was to play against Brentford, we'll see what happens. But clearly shows that if he's playing today, that nothing is majorly close against with the Newcastle bid. So yeah, but this is still a good test. It's a very good test for us to bounce back from 1-0 down at home as well. So let's see what we can do. So far, it's we're still making them forward passes, and Anderson passes it. Thankfully, he gets intercepted by the opposition, but the ball bounces back to Palace. Still 1-0. Is it just me or Kamada plays very similar to Matoma? Nah, I think Matoma is a bit more direct. I think his dribbling is better than Kamada, but Kamada has got that creativity though. His IQ is very good. He gets into space. He's got a 1-2. But yeah, maybe you might have a point there. I haven't really linked both of them together. Does someone want to be at Newcastle United already? Nah, man. That's very true. I don't think that's the case. Walton tries to play him behind to Munoz. They read that easily. But saying that, Munoz still wins the ball back. Munoz to Walton, and apparently the ball goes out of play near the corner flag, and it's their throwing. I thought it was going to be our throwing. Luke saying, is it me or Anderson has not been good this preseason? I don't think it's you. I think that is a lot of people will agree on that. He hasn't been good this preseason. I don't think he's been bad, but he's had 1 or 2 mistakes. By the way, I don't know why the conversation's about Anderson, because I don't think Anderson was at a goal, but yeah, that's goal he picks up. But yeah, he hasn't had a particularly great preseason. He had a Crawley mistake. He had that mistake against West Ham as well. But yeah, for this goal, I'm not looking at Anderson though. For me, anyways, I think it's been as Tim saying, I think it's been better today with his passing, and he also defensively as well. He's made some decent interceptions. John saying, don't think Mark wants to be at Newcastle at all. Well, Alan Nixon reported it, but he did say that. In fact, he contradicted himself. Apparently, he posted in his Patreon that he's not too sure whether Gahey's keen on a move to Newcastle, something along them lines. He's maybe looking for a higher step up than Newcastle. Then afterwards, he did tweet when people asked him the question, saying, no, I did not say that. But it's literally on his page, so I don't know what he's playing at. But one thing for a fact is that nothing is imminent right now with Gahey, so he might well be in chance to play against Brentford. Saying that, another attack from Nantes, ball into the box. Henderson picks it up. Come on, Palace. Let's create a few more chances now in front of goal. Oh, jeez. Let's create a few more chances in front of goal. Munoz has been very active. You lot been impressed with so far. I think Munoz has been active down the right-hand side. Kamada as well with his link-up play to Edouard, and Munoz has been good. Walton has been solid on the ball. There's been positive performances. I mean, the scoreline doesn't really reflect the type of game that we've been playing. They haven't really created that many chances, and whenever they've attacked us, we've done well to handle it. But saying that, there's potentially another attack now. They're trying to keep the ball, they're trying to slow it down, switch to the left-hand side. See what happens. Nantes on the ball. They're playing it slow for the first time. They've been on the counter. They've been on the counter heavily whenever they got the ball. But the first time they're kind of keeping possession. And Palace are just running around trying to get the ball back, which is good. Good fitness test. Good test as well to see the press when opposition slow it down. Dan saying Newcastle got no European football. Surely he'd set his sights higher. You say that, but it's just been confusing because it seemed from Newcastle side of things anyway, it seems like their source is saying that, earlier on this week that, it's close. And now Gay's starting preseason friendly. So nothing's close so far anyways. But yeah, you'd think that he would set his sights higher. I know Newcastle fans will be going crazy about that. They'll be saying, how's the Palace fan saying that? But he's good enough to play for top 16. Anyways, Munoz down the right hand side. Munoz into the box. Headed away. Back to Wharton. Wharton first time shot. That's not close, man. Got us in the first half. Nice little play from Palace there. And Wharton edge of the box. Shot just goes out wide. Literally just goes out wide. With his left foot. Nowhere near. Quentin saying Munoz had a good Copa America. Could see him having a good season. Munoz is a fantastic player. And I think there was a report the other day. I think he had an interview. And in the interview, he actually spoke about it. He did say that he's very happy at Palace. So, yeah. The French Flame saying Nantes FC ended in 14th place in League One last season, just narrowly missed being relegated. So far, a more inferior side to us. Normally, they finish mid-table. Yeah, but we've been playing good. And saying that, Munoz on attack again. A bit more centrally. Oh, my days. Referee! What are you smoking? Why did it take like 5 working days for him to call that as a foul? That player literally just went and took Munoz out. Anyways, Palace play quick. Munoz on the right side, ball into the box, far post, but no one is there. Win the ball back. Who? Shot! Over the bar. But geez, what was that? She took him out. Literally just took him out of play. But nice play. Once again, our attack is coming down the right hand side. With Munoz putting the balls into the box. To be fair, they have defended it well so far. But we're slowly getting there. We're getting there. Another attack now. Kamada to Danny. Then to Kamada. It's been good. Tim saying nice job taking that on. Someone needs to give it a spark. Yeah, 100%. We have to take shots from outside the box. Test the goalkeeper, make the goalkeeper think. Lovely from Wharton. Lovely tackle to win the ball back. Lovely, smooth. Wharton on the ball. Lovely one touch football from Palace. Goes to Hughes. Hughes to Ebbs. Edward was just a bit too quick. Palace still have the ball. Anderson to Richards. Richards to Wharton. Getting there. We're getting there. Hughes wins the ball back, and the referee, of course, is going to call that a foul. Nick apparently is in the studio. Let me see. Where is that? How you doing, Nick?
What's going on?
You all right?
Yeah, my sister's visiting. I've chucked them out in the garden.
How is it?
Yeah, I was watching the game.
It's up to you. You watch your Palace?
Yeah, I've been watching it, man. I just can't be doing with Mark Bright anymore. It's just too much. So I thought I'd come and talk to you.
How you find it so far?
The only thing I've missed is their goal. What was that like?
There's a corner. Nice header, but Gay and Richards basically looking at each other saying, who's picking who up? I think defensively it was a bit, off the mark. We could have been a bit better, but it was still a nice header. Free header.
Yeah, but what I've seen is we've looked to get forward all the time. Munoz seemed our liveliest player. Wharton was making some lovely one-touch passes, but Wharton can't shoot, can he?
Yeah, he had that first time shot. He went out wide. Hughes had a shot as well. I would say he can't shoot, but
Well,
yeah,
that was into the ground, wasn't it?
What was that?
That was into the ground, wasn't it?
Yeah. It wasn't a great shot. He's had one. I think he's had a shot as well from outside the box. But yeah, I mean, so far, if you also ask me how you're feeling about this game with 30 minutes gone by, I'm not upset at all. If we have a performance like this against Brentford, we could easily, score a goal or two, create more chances.
Don't forget, it's still a pre-season friendly. Players don't want to get injured.
Saying that, I mean, they're trying to injure us, though. Ball into the box. Anderson heads it down. Oh, what? Okay, we're still going on. All the players put their hand up. I thought it was going to be a free kick. Wharton. Pass to Edward. Pass or shot. I don't even know what that was. That was like the most awkward pass or shot.
Who's their left winger, D? Because he's impressed me with a couple of his runs. He looks like he could be a good Palace player.
I'm not too sure.
Not left winger. Made a lovely run into the box early in the game.
Yeah, I'm watching the game on Palace TV. But as I've said earlier on, some people may not be in sync. They might be a few seconds behind. That naturally just happens because it's a stream. It happens. So I'm watching on Palace TV though. Rich is saying give Sarr some minutes in the second half. Yeah, that is a fair point. In fact, let's see if he does get any minutes, and if he does end up coming on the pitch, where does he play? Because of that right wing back conversations, etc. We debate about, we talk about could it be an option there, but we don't actually know if he could. We don't actually. We're just been guessing so far, so that'll be one to look out for. Saying that, Rich is down the right hand side. Gives it to Munoz. He's very advanced. Oh, lovely from Wharton to Kamada. Kamada, ball into the box. Someone needs to be there to attack that ball. That was lovely.
I think he should have gone for it himself there.
I don't know. It's a bit wide though, Nick. It was a bit wide. I think that's when you're looking for a striker. Or let's watch this again. Lovely from Wharton. One touch football. Nah, he was getting challenge. It's just, I think it's
maybe if he could touch it inside and kick it with his left.
Yeah, Mitchell was trying to win the ball back, but yeah, someone needs to make that runs in. When the ball's going in, we're missing that. Eze, corner into the box. Header from Anderson, ball over the top, man. Over the top of the bar. Mukhtar saying we're missing a striker, somebody to put the ball in the net. Well, we're missing JP. Edward's been scoring goals so far this preseason, Nick, so he hasn't been bad. But yeah, Munoz looking like a star, no one ready to finish. Yeah, Munoz has been very exciting, continuing his form from how he ended last season. So yeah, but that's expected with the talent that he's got. By the way, people, if you're new to the channel, please hit the like button and subscribe if you are enjoying the content. If you're not, then fair enough. That's fine. But if you are, it takes a second of your time, helps us grow the channel. So thank you to every single one of you that's done that as we're approaching 5,000 subscribers. And after the game, there'll be a live match reaction as well. So keep your eyes peeled for that. But yeah, we have spoke about the Anderson news early on. Did you see that?
Fulham about 20 million, is that right?
Yeah, from David Ornstein.
See, all these players, Chelsea and Fulham, there must be something in the West. Oh, we're going forward here, I'll stop.
Yeah, down the left-hand side. I think that was Ed's trying to find a word. No, it was on Ed's.
Well, you got Chelsea buying players like Holloway did, the first transfer window he had. Remember that scattergun where we bought about 70 players?
Talk about Chelsea because they actually just it. I'm not even a Chelsea fan. He just pisses me off. They got like 9 goalies. Like I don't know how many goalies you need. Like it's just beyond ridiculous. They're operating how that's a foul, by the way. Yeah, of course it's a foul. They're operating how Palace will be operating in terms of buying these youngsters and trying to develop them and sell them on. But when I'm looking at it, I'm like, you're a big Chelsea football club. The reason why we're doing this is because we don't have the revenue and we're just trying to, compete with these teams by finding these gems and trying to develop them, sell them on. But for Chelsea, it is so confusing. I mean, they've got like 40 players.
Is that their model, though? Is that actually their model? Or are they
that is their model.
That
is their model. That's why they're signing these youngsters. They're not signing experienced players. They're signing these youngsters for around 15, 20 million. And they're sending them out on loan or they're trying to develop them one way or another. And then they're going to sell them on. So, yeah, I don't know. That's Chelsea anyways. I don't really care about Chelsea. Mukhtar saying everyone has to... Lovely press there. We still potentially might win the ball back. Yes, we do. Throwing down the left-hand side. Let's see if we can take it quick. Nah, we can't. We're waiting for Mitchell. Just waiting for players to come forward so we can take a first. Yeah, first squad of Chelsea. First squad of 50 at Chelsea is ridiculous. Not everyone. I don't agree with that, Mukhtar. I don't think everyone has to do it because of PSL. You don't see everyone signing the amount of players or having a squad that Chelsea have. So it's nothing to do with.
How many have Fulham bought now or been after?
What was that? Hold up. Ball down the right side. Munoz. Ball into the box. Eze. Shoot. Oh, just out wide.
And he should have hit that first time.
Oh, just wide from Ebbs. Just wide from Ebbs.
Yeah, Collins right there. Mateta would have been all over that.
Yeah.
That Kamada pass.
We're missing JP. We're missing JP. But Munoz once again, though. Yeah. First time would have been a bit hard, to be fair, to hit that first time.
Yeah.
Where the ball was, he had to control that, but yeah, just why we're getting there, people, we're getting there. 10 more minutes or half time. Sorry, I cut you off. What was he saying? You remember? You don't? It's fine if you don't.
I don't know. Somebody was talking about Mateta being all over that pass from Kamada. Yeah. That was Colin Waterman. A couple of people mentioning Fantasy League, back of the nest. I've regenerated the one from last season. There's a link somewhere in the back of the nest chat, Facebook chat page.
Me, I'll post it with.
And I'll send D the link at some point, and he'll put it on the Twitter and whatever.
Yeah.
Are we going to get a Blue Sky account?
What was that?
Because nobody's reading Twitter. We're going to get Blue Sky or Threads because nobody's reading Twitter now. Everybody's left.
No, we'll work at that. Small improvements. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there with Twitter as well. But hold up, Palace on attack here. One touch football. Edouard tries to give it back to Eze, but we just completely lose it. They have a chance to counter, but we've got enough players back now. We'll slowly get there, Nick. We'll slowly get there. But next season should be exciting at back of the nest. We should hopefully be doing more giveaways as well. So if you haven't already done so, follow Twitter now. So you're ready for when it gets launched properly. Twitter or X, depending on what you call it. For me, it'll always be Twitter in my eyes. I've been there since Twitter days, so I'll never really call it X, but yeah. Seb saying missing Elise in the final play. What was that?
I call it Space Karen's Trap Palace now.
Oh, you can call it different words. Twitter right now is a hot mess in terms of what's been going on. It's crazy. It's crazy. But anyways, we'll leave that in for now. Munoz to Kamada down the right-hand side. Once again, linking up well, them two. Their first start together. So that's good to see. I mean, they haven't even played a half of football. So they don't look rusty. Down the left-hand side, Ebbs on the ball. Gives it back to Gahey. Gahey to Anderson. Palace just trying to find that spacing behind. Richards, that's just a poor ball into the middle. I don't know who that was going to. But
it was in between two players, wasn't it?
They've basically what they're doing is they're leaving us out the space out wide for us to attack into. And Munoz done a very good job in that so far. You've noticed majority of our attacks, if it's balls into the box from cross to the right hand side. So
lovely ball from Eze there to Wall, and he just couldn't control it. It was maybe it wasn't a lovely ball, maybe it was a bit hard. Hughes has been busy in midfield orchestrating things, hasn't he?
Yeah, yes. Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Getting Munoz. Unlucky.
Go on. Hold on, I wanted to start again. I got a missed call. So my stream just stopped for a few seconds. Let me just reset that so it's in sync with the timer. But yeah, Munoz.
Munoz just couldn't quite get to it. It was well defended by Nantes, number 27.
Munoz being one of the most dangerous players, if not the most dangerous player so far. So yeah. By the way, people, hold up, I'll explain after this. Ball into the box. Nantes, shot blocked by Anderson. Once again, another shot blocked by Gahey. Now counter-attack. Eb. Go on, Ebbs. Give it. Ebbs to Edouard. Edouard in the box down the left-hand side.
That's the classic. I want to score, so I'm going to play the ball out a little bit wide for you there, Edouard. So you'll have to play it back into me so I can get all the glory from scoring there from Ebbs. I think Ebbs is ball out to Edouard. And
a very It was a very good counter.
Gary Lineker said this on his pod a few times, that strikers are buggers for that. They'll play the ball not necessarily for the player to score, but for them to get the ball back again.
Yeah.
So they can add to their tally. So I think there was a touch of that there.
Amy saying hard match to watch, no shots, and already worried about the season. Glasgow tactics not working. I wouldn't say his tactics are not working. We've created a few half decent chances. I don't know personally. I don't think it's a hard watch. I've enjoyed it so far. They've been
the only hard watch is the fact that both teams are playing in a very dark kit.
Oh, Anderson, just chill out, bro. Just booted the ball. Nice run back. But,
he held him back.
Relax, Anderson. I mean, the ball went back to him in midfield, and just one touch just blasted it into the opposition, and they just got the ball back, and it's given away a foul. But I mean, he's had a decent start. I don't know why he usually blasting that balls. He just hit Walton, and he had to foul him there. Otherwise, they'll be through on goal. I know the first like football is good. And it works well, but sometimes, you don't have to do it when Walter's right in front of you as well. Harry's saying you need to find that cutting edge. But yeah, if going back to that counter attack, I do think it was more just on Eddie slowing it down, but it is what it is. It is what it is. 5 more minutes to half time. Jack saying, I know preseason is nothing to go off, but I'm worried about leaking goals this season. The attack is fine. I'm just worried about our defense. Are you worried about the defense, Nick? Actually, hold your ball. We'll talk about it after this free kick. Sure. Let's see what happens in the free kick. Ball into the box from Nantes, and no one gets the head on it, and it's a goal kick for Henderson.
Well, the thing is, where you look at who we got: Gay, Anderson, and Richards, or forgotten his name. Who we got in? Chadley, Chaddle,
Riyad,
yeah, Chadley Riyad. They're all quality defenders, so I think it's just a case of getting used to playing with each other. There is the argument that perhaps Sam Johnson is a little bit more vocal with the defence, and that's one thing he's got over Henderson.
Not even in the squad today. We'll talk about that at half time. Sam Johnson's not even in the squad. That's interesting because he's been rumoured with a move away from the club, and we'll go through the bench as well at half time to see who we'd like to see come on. But as an attack, sorry to cut you off there, Nick. We'll continue, sorry.
Yeah, so we've got good defenders. Yeah, I think
we're fine. I'm not worried about the defense. I think the defenders that we have are good enough. Even if we were to lose Gahey, we find a replacement, and I think we're both good in terms of quality, I think. Because, look, this is the aim, right? The aim is Europe. For me, anyways. The aim is Europe. Top 10 Europe. So when we look at these defenders, do we think they're good enough to achieve that? I think so. I think they are good enough to achieve that. Gay, that's why he's been linked with Newcastle as well. And Anderson's been rumoured with other clubs. Oh, wait, Edward, just take a shot. Just take a shot. This guy just does a samba in the box. Just take a shot.
Yeah. Is that corner?
5 touches. Look, there, right there.
He did bubble between his legs.
You don't have to cut in. It's a corner, but just have to. It's a good tackle.
That bubble wasn't it between the legs.
Take that shot here with your left, rather than cutting in with your right. Just trust your left foot a bit more. That was a good opportunity for him. Anyways, Eze into the box, front post. I think Gay headed that, but they clear it anyways.
Booted clear there.
Yeah, just a bit more clinical, Nick. I don't know. Maybe I'm being harsh, but I thought he just could have took that shot there. What was that foot? Rather than just trying to switch it to his right. But yeah, the defense is fine. I'm not worried about the defense personally. I think we should be sorted there. Yeah, Tim, it was a good tackle. But there, when he takes that first touch, instead of cutting him with your right, by cutting him with his right, you get the defender opportunity, of course, to tackle him. Just take it out quickly. You get the ball in front of the goal, just hit it. Just hit it with your left foot rather than trying to cut him with your right. But his way.
Kamada's not very involved, is he?
What was that?
Although he's on the ball now.
He's on the ball now, gives it to Munoz. Down the right-hand side, Munoz back to Kamada. Kamada towards Wharton still has it. Loses it. Not enough power in that pass by Anderson. Intercepts that, and it's a throw-in. It's a throw-in. 44 minutes being played. Out of all the preseason games, Nick, I feel like, I don't know, maybe because it's 3 o'clock and rather than 1 a.m., 2 a.m., this game there's been something about this game, maybe because of the starting 11. It's been lively so far, no?
We haven't really been that bad apart from the goal that I haven't seen. So I can't really comment.
There's been like good movements.
We've been pressing. We know when to press, when to sit back a bit. It's a lot more positive than what we saw in the other games.
Half time, 1-0 down.
The score, I'm pleased. What's the feedback on your clock bin DR this half? Have you had positive feedback?
I mean, I just
it's not your mindset anymore, is it?
I don't know if it was there at the start of the stream, but at the start of the stream, my clock, it was a 0-0-0, and I pressed start and it started doing a countdown from literally 10 minutes. So I was trying to sort out my stream, trying to sort out the clock, and trying to read the chat at the same time. But we got there in the end. I feel like this clock is simple, Nick. I think this, when you look at the timer, I think we just need
classic.
Black and red. Yeah, it's just like it's what it deserves. It's what it deserves. You know, it's something simple. No fancy colors. But talking about that, people get involved in the chat. Let us know what your thoughts are at halftime. 1-0 down, of course. Saying that, look at the opportunities. Eze, if you're watching a replay on Palace TV, very good opportunities we've had so far, Nick. I'm not upset. In fact, I'm encouraged. I think we've created chances. Yeah. We've kept the ball well. The goal that they're showing right now, you can see it on your screen. Header, nice header, but those are small things that we can improve on. Apart from
who wasn't jumping? Who didn't jump with him then?
Gahey. I think I'm more leaning towards Gahey. Richards had to go back. Gahey was already there. Richards was following the ball, going back, but I think it was Gahey's man more than anything. But saying that, I think there's a lot of positives. There's a lot of positives that we can get from this first half. What have you made of it?
Yeah, he's kicked that into the ground there, Walton. That shot's outside the area.
What have you made of Kamada, Munoz? Some of these players coming back from Europe. It's been a change. It's very strong 11, of course. Our strongest so far in pre-season.
Well, Kamada and Munoz, although I said not 2 minutes ago that Kamada wasn't that involved, but they do seem to be developing a good understanding between them, and they've been chatting lots and lots of sort of slapping of their hands and whatever. Bad at set pieces, Amy. Oh, not happy with the team, DR. What do you think of that? What, as the defending set pieces, Amy?
Well, we struggled with set pieces. We struggled set pieces last season as well. But I'm not as worried about set pieces. I mean, apart from that, they've had a few set pieces. They haven't really caused any danger. So I'm not as worried about it, set pieces right now. So yeah. Well, what about you? Are you worried about set pieces?
No. I'm just worried.
Well, you know what I'm worried about?
I'd like to go from a corner. That'd be nice.
I'm worried about my laptop running out of charge because I just got a notification.
Have you got a charger?
Let's quickly talk about Gahey because I spoke about it when the lineups were out. Does this pretty much confirm that nothing is close? Are you optimistic that he might be starting against Brentford, or are you still, looking at reports thinking let's just wait and see? But surely, if he's starting this game, Eze's starting as well, all of these players that's been linked with a move away, it looks like nothing is seriously close. Because if it's close, then they're not going to be playing this game right now, right?
Yeah, exactly, and that would be why Raksaki isn't in the team. That will be why Sam Johnson is in the team, possibly because he's going.
In fact, can you do me a favor, or I'll do it? I need to see who's exactly on the bench because I do want to talk about the bench. I'll do it. You let me know your thoughts on those players.
Yeah. So JRS, do we know what's happening? I've seen lots of rumours with JRS about going out on loan. I've seen reports about Celtic being after Jeff Schlupp. Have you seen that one?
Yep. Yep. I mentioned on Palace News as well.
Yeah, and we've had the whole Wolf debacle this week.
Yeah, that was funny because I was doing a whole stream about, there could be a potential agreement about Zaha. And remember, you joined that stream. And then literally, as I was about to end the stream, it was currently off. Like, it was like, what on earth has happened in this last 45 minutes or so? But yeah, I mean, there have been a lot of players rumored away. But the Raksaki one, I think that is pretty much sorted. He's 100% leaving now. The one negative that I've had with that is the fact that it's dragged out this long. The fact that the championship has started and we're still here talking about Raksaki not finding that move. I feel like every other day we hear something new. Today, Norwich bid £50 million, which we rejected. Look, if Sheffield United,
it's a little bit like you know when you move house, you've got the chain, haven't you? Not Fleetwood Mac song, but there's a chain, and if somebody in the chain buggers up, then the whole people can't move because that one link has gone. So I don't know if things are dependent on other things happen. Kind of if this, then we can do that. So you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. It was compounded by him going out to America. He didn't even get time on the pitch, did he?
It's just the whole thing has been confusing so far about with Jez, because the interest is there. In fact, there is so much interest, and we've heard reports about Sheffield United, for example, fantastic offer for him, wages covered, loan fee, and he might be joining there. Then afterwards, we're still here. We're still talking about Jez not being part of the squad, but also he hasn't left the club yet. So yeah, it's been confusing. But today he's not featured. And Johnson,
and going back to Gay, which was what you mentioned at the beginning, starting today, I think he's going to be starting against Brentford. And I can see with this Newcastle thing, Palace have got a minimum. They're not going to budge. And I don't think he wants to go to Newcastle. Based on
even
nothing,
when
that's a feeling. I have no inside information there.
No. Well, you're going to upset some Newcastle fans naturally, because they're going to be like, what do you mean? What do you mean? We're bigger than Palace. But yeah, like you'd think he can go to side right now. That is, even though Newcastle are on a right step forward and they've got an exciting project, but you think he can join a bigger side in terms of like challenging like top 4, etc. But yeah, I guess only time will tell. Only time will tell with the Newcastle thing. But
I reckon what we should do is we should take Gay to Tasty Jerk, and any potential buyers buy it, and we do it like Storage Wars. So we open up the shutter, and then you get somebody.
For those who have never been Tasty Jerk, they're probably thinking, what on earth are you talking about? Not everyone here has actually been to Sellers Park. Unfortunately, some people couldn't have, because of the international fan base. Some people can't make it, etc. But
you can smell it in the ground, can't you?
It's good though, Nick, that you're not in charge of transfers. That's a positive that we took out of the stream, because if he was in charge of transfers, it'll be an entertainment reality show rather than serious transfer business. You'll be having Newcastle sporting director and 14 Eve with the Liverpool sporting director just bidding for Gahey outside Sellers Park. So that's good. That's good. By the way, people, there's nearly 200 people watching live, but we've only got 45 likes. Surely more than 45 of you are enjoying this, especially if there's that many of you watching. So if you haven't already done so, please hit the like button and subscribe. That's all I ask for. Just hit, even if you don't want to subscribe, just hit the like button if you're enjoying this stream. But if you don't want to see more Palace content, subscribe to not miss out on future content. It just helps us grow the channel with the algorithm. It is free and helps us out massively. So thank you to all of us. Too negative. It's 1.5 of preseason football with players I've never played together in a competitive picture. I've been happy. I don't know if he's been too negative.
Yeah.
I've been happy with this thing. We're basically just talking about we're just basically talking about some of these players missing out, to be fair. And Sam Johnston, surely there must be an injury, even though he's been rumoured with a move away from the club.
I don't know. Who's after him? I mean, I wouldn't blame him if he went.
What was that?
I wouldn't blame him if he went.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame. I think he should go, to be fair. because Henderson's clearly the number one, so I don't really see him starting.
Right, I'm going to go to a very, very quick comfort break, D. So I don't know if you want to take me off the stage for a minute.
All right, cool. I'll take you off, and then we'll have you back on. In fact, people, whilst that's happening, let me change this. Let's actually look at the bench and talk about some of the players that could feature in the second half, and let's see who we actually want to feature in the second half. Let's go to the lineup. And let us know in the chat as well, by the way, people. I'll go through the bench, but if there's any players that you want to see come on. Sarr, would we want to see Sarr come on in the second half to see what he can do and what position he'll play? I think that will be one to look forward to. Let me see. So we've got Matthews there. Remy Matthews, no for me. Joe Ward, Holding, Klein, Riyadh, no, I'm fine. At this point, probably not Rodney, Ume, Ahmada. Deveni's there, Schlupp is there, Ayu's there. For me personally, if we're looking ahead, I would be happy with just Sarr and Doucouré featuring in the second half. I'd be happy with that. Of course, it all depends on fitness levels. And apparently after this game, there might be a behind closed door extra 30 minutes being played. But yeah, I would like to see, personally for me, I would like to see Sarr and Doucouré come on. Because realistically, I can see those type of players playing against Brentford. And with the defense, I don't think we need to change it up right now. We've seen Riyadh all preseason. Holding's had minutes as well. We know Wardy, etc. So yeah. Colin saying want to see Sarr, Riyadh, and Doucouré. Fair enough. Tim saying he wants to see the youngsters. You may Deveni, please. But I really want to see what Sarr can go. Let's get the runs in behind. JC saying Sarr for Kamada. So yeah, Sarr. I think everyone probably is in favor for Sarr. And for me, it'll be a case of, let's see, would he play Munoz today 90 minutes? Hopefully Munoz can play 90 minutes as well. Red saying, I never understood why we bought 2 first-team goalies. I don't think the intention was to bring in 2 first-team goalies and keep them at the football club. I think as soon as we signed Henderson, we made the decision right there with Henderson. Nick, you back? Oh, okay. There you go. You're mute. I think we made a decision when we signed with Henderson, because I don't know if you lot remember, but there were talks about Sam Johnstone not settling in London. I think he had an adjustment period, and I think the club were worried about that. I know there were a few rumors here and there that afterwards it seemed like he was now happy in London, but then again we brought in Henderson, so what now? But yeah, I think as soon as we brought in Henderson, the plan was always to somehow move on Johnstone, because remember, he'll be pure profit, which will be good for the books as well. So yeah, and figures of around £10, that's what they're talking about for Sam Johnstone. I thought maybe 15 would be better, but 15, 10, not too much of a big deal. But yeah, in terms of who you would want to see, Nick, I don't know if you heard some of the players that I mentioned on the bench. Sarr's there. There's a few youngsters as well. Is there any players in particular? Would you change the defense? Would you want to see these players?
I want to see Ayu have a right run out, just because I enjoy watching him play anyway.
Are you over Sarr?
Yeah, I want to see what he's like. I still, for the rest of my life, I'm going to associate Sarr with Watford. I don't know why. I don't associate Hughes with Watford.
Have you seen that? Someone posted on Twitter. There was a clip. Ben Foster was talking about Sarr at Watford. And of course, Ben Foster knows 100% better than me because he played with Sarr. But even when we signed Sarr, when I heard that, I was literally smiling and laughing. He said something along the lines of, if you make him happy and he's comfortable playing at a football club, he can be a world beater. He can be unreal. And that is the problem with Sarr, getting him to play at that levels consistently. So if Glasner, if he fits into Glasner's system, if he gets along with the players, as I've said, and if he performs consistently, that's been the biggest question mark. And Ben Foster, who's played with him, has said the same thing. He can be a world beater. That's his words. And that is encouraging to see. And today, Nick, it'll be nice to see him run 45, have a 45-minute spell, or maybe a bit shorter than that, depending on how Glasner sees things. just to kind of settle at Selhurst Park right before competitive games, because of course the competitive games are going to be coming thick and fast from next week Sunday onwards.
Exactly. I'm just looking at our bench. I think Joel Ward will get minutes. Holding will probably get minutes, although I'm not sure what value he adds to our team, but it's probably because I haven't seen him play that much. I don't think any of us have. Lerma, I'd like to see start. Come in. Decor, we need to see how Decor plays with Wharton in the middle.
Decor, eh?
Yeah, Decor.
Decor. That's how long Decore hasn't played. By the way, people. It's been that long that we haven't said his name, but yeah. It'll be for me, Decore and Sarr.
Unlike the at the end of his name, I don't have an accent.
You don't have an accent. Fair enough. Well, yeah. So you change up quite a bit then.
Yeah, yeah.
But then again, you want these players to play 90 minutes, no? You want them to play 90 minutes, no? You want them to play 90 minutes, no? At this point?
No, I mean, it's very hot. So, yeah. Look, we'll just see what Elise does. We can pick and choose all we want.
Let's see who does.
Let's see what Glasner does. I'm thinking of Elise.
You said Elise, right? You did say Elise.
I did say Elise.
I thought for a second, was I hearing stuff or did it cut out? That's long gone. Nick. Unfortunately, we won't be seeing what Elise does anymore unless you're watching Bayern Munich, and it's not Bayern Munich fan channel. So yeah. But yeah, let's see. I mean, let's see what.
Did I see that Harry Kane won a trophy with Bayern Munich at Tottenham's ground?
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
he
didn't lift the trophy.
No?
It was against Tottenham, funny enough, out of all teams. His first trophy for Bayern Munich was against Tottenham. I know it's a pre-season friendly, but can you imagine Zaha winning his first trophy against Palace?
Look,
the second half is about to start, people.
Look, we're the stateside cup winners. Don't diss them. Don't diss these pre-season trophies.
You'll never sing that. You'll never sing that because you'll probably need a competition to sing that anyways. 99% of the teams.
We had to move the Iran Cup along the trophy cabinet there to put that one in.
What was that?
We had to move the Iran Cup along a bit so we could get the
Iran Cup. Oh my days! What was that trophy? There was a Kettering's Hospital trophy or something like.
Yeah,
like A&E, like Palace playing in an A&E trophy. Like we've got some questionable trophies in our cabinet. Anyway, second half is about to start, and it has started. Come on, Palace. Let's see if there's any changes. So far, I don't think so. Mitchell's still there. There's been no graphics up on the screen. Hughes is playing.
I can't see any changes.
Yeah, there ain't any changes, and I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised about that. As I said, it's 1 week before Brentford.
Brilliant.
Oh, lovely, Eddie. Oh, just shoot. It's nice defending, but we just need to take more shots in the box. We're getting in the box. Don't get injured as well. That's the last thing we want right now. Don't get injured. Apparently, JP will be back next week. The medical team is being called onto the pitch, but I think Brentford might be a bit too early for him to start. But we don't want Eddie to be injured as well. Just get the shot off, says John. Eddie down, not good. Yeah, let's see what happens with him. But yeah, we want these players to be playing 90 minutes at this stage, especially this squad as well. But let's see if he actually does play in 9 minutes. He might give some of the players on the bench a run out as well. But yeah,
I'm not sure.
We spoke about the A&E trophy. What was that?
Sorry, I'm not sure if this was a poem. Jay Godman, get him off, man.
Get him off, man. I can't. It's gonna be a long season. The season hasn't already started. It's not even 3 a.m. What's your excuse, Nick? It's not even 3 a.m. Like if it's 2 a.m., 3 a.m. when we're doing a watch-alongs in the American tour, that's fair enough. It's 3 p.m. It's not even 3 p.m. to be fair. It's 4 p.m. But what's your excuse now?
Yeah.
Explain yourself. There isn't none. You're just being Nick. You're just being Nick.
I've had a couple of beers. Who have we got? Is Ayu going to be coming on? Or Sarr?
Harry St. put Sarr up front. So potentially, yeah, Saar up front. I'm against that as well. As I've said, he could be a player under Glasner that could be transformed. That could be transformed. Could be exciting. So let's see. Let's see if he even gets subbed off. Let's see if he gets subbed off. He is back on his feet. But yeah, I mean, the Kettering's Hospital Trophy that we've won is probably my highlight as a Palace fan, even though I wasn't alive then. I mean, where even is Kettering? Or I guess it's in Kettering, but who competes? Was it like star football against Crystal Palace? Like, how do we win that trophy? Was it like
I really don't know.
I don't know.
Do we know why when was it? Do we know what year it was?
19 something. I don't know even how one gets invited to that. Just hopefully none of the neutrals find out about it because we can get cooked.
So it's not even in the 1861 to 1899 era then.
Yeah. But anyways, there should be space. Let's just say that we can move some trophies and we can put them in the storage unit. There's some trophies there that belong. Oh wait, attack there. Gahey, lovely interception from Gahey. Gives it back to Henderson. Yeah.
And did you notice how calm he looked when he did that?
Well, yeah, exactly. But that's Gahey, as I've said all along, is our best defender. He is our best defender. But saying that, if we got £65 million and got Chalobah or LaCroix as a replacement and had money to spend elsewhere, I'm not against that as well. Eze on the ball now. Edge of the box. Yeah, just lost it.
Keeping hold of it too long. Got to release it. Ever.
How are we playing? We're playing well. Even though we're 1-0 down, we are playing well. I would say the only question mark that I have, that area we can improve on, is how effective we are in our box. We're getting there a few times, whether through crosses or passes, but maybe we're taking a touch extra, taking a second longer to take the shot. So maybe we could have a few more shots. Saying that, even defensively, I'm not worried. Even when they've attacked us, we've been fine. The goal that we've conceded is from a corner. Could have been better communication. But yeah, we've been fine. We've been fine. I don't know what you think, Nick.
Yeah, we've been all right. And they look a decent opposition as well, don't they?
Yeah, we're saying that apparently they'll find relegation last year, so I don't know.
Yeah. Jay's on there about the Zenith Data Trophy. Now I can't remember.
The problem we're having is with Mooney is that a lot of his balls there've been a few of them anyways that's coming to the far post, but there's no one there to get on the balls.
And they're looking to break quickly to exploit the fact that we've got both our wing backs up. So we're only left with 3 at the back. Who out of Hughes and Wharton is the one that kind of stays back to cover that.
Hold up, lovely. Eddie, one touch. Oh, Kamada. I'm talking about. He just
played it to their player. I genuinely thought he was playing it to one of our players.
Nah, Kamada just lost it at the edge of the box. Wharton down the left-hand side. Kamada's on it now. Kamada to Mitchell. Lovely. Now this is where he put it in. He does put it in. Sure. Oh, jeez, he just gets intercepted. Lovely ball to Eze from Mitchell. Lovely ball. Oh.
From Mitchell. Player looking for a free kick there.
Oh my days. No soft free kick. There's no counter attack here.
Oh, now, yeah, it's 3 against 2. 4 against 2. 4 against 3.
Back. Yeah. Plays us all coming back there in the box. Takes a shot. Henderson. Fantastic save. Fantastic save from Hendo.
Good to see a goalkeeper saving with his feet.
Yeah.
Oh.
That did not look nice.
No.
Both players on the floor. Try to win the ball and they're both on the ground. Eze has been Southgated. I would say that. Look, let's look at this replay again. Mitchell, that's a very good ball to Eze. Did he miss that ball then? Did he go on his feet?
I think he did.
That was a very good ball from Mitchell. But yeah, the wing backs, they've been involved, especially Munoz down the right side. But just in the box, that's been a problem. Harry saying Eddie is so weak on the ball. Yeah. Twister saying D, we're losing, keep it real. We can be losing, and I always do keep it real. If I think that we're still playing well, I think we're still playing well. I'm not going to say we're playing well for the sake of we're playing well. We could be losing, but I don't think it's awful. The performance hasn't been awful. I think we we have.
Look there, that little thing just on the screen. They're having a water break, but for those who can't see the game, it just showed Kamada and Munoz having a chat and a laugh. So yeah, they're definitely developing a bromance, those two down that right hand side.
Well, I think it'll take time as well, but so far, considering it's the first start, it's been a very good performance from both of them. They've linked up well. They've gotten the ball a few times, so it hasn't been bad at all. So yeah,
that was a bit of a wild slide in there from Kamada, wasn't it? I've just seen the replay.
Yeah, thankfully he didn't get hurt. But yeah, it was a sliding challenge, and the play started. 53 minutes gone by, still 1-0 down. Of course, it would be nice to score a goal.
If you want to put in the chat what minute you think the first Palace sub will be in, and we'll see who gets it right.
If there will be a sub, there should be a sub. Yeah. I was surprised if there's no subs in this game. It's a free kick now. Down the right hand side. I'm just thinking about the subs. I mean, if he's making no subs at half time, would he make that? I don't know if he'll make that many subs, to be fair. I won't be surprised if it's like 1 or 2. I won't be surprised. People are saying 65th minute.
What, as in he's treating it like a proper match?
Yeah, well, we should be treating it like a proper match. It was a week before Brentford. You know, like these players should be playing 90 minutes. So my suggestion would be, we'll see. If he's talking about fitness levels, and if you want some players to have a run out, I reckon half an hour is a good run out. So let's see if he makes any changes within the next 6 minutes or so. I know some people are saying 65, 70, etc. Well, look, there's so many players on the bench that there's not enough space on the bench. Oh, here we go. There's a sub. Oh, here we go. Everyone got it wrong.
You said 54 minutes.
Yeah, everyone got it wrong. No one got 54 minutes.
Oh, you got rubbish. Come on.
So Klein is coming on for Munoz. So only around 55 minutes or so for Munoz today. And that's interesting. So Klein is on for Munoz as the right wing back option, which I'll take over Joel Ward. But saying that, for those that have been talking about Sarr right wing back, he wasn't the one that came on for Munoz. So that's one of the questions answered. So far, anyways, I know there's only one sub, but yeah, he didn't come on at right wing back. He's been Nathaniel Klein. And if that is the case, and Sarr is not a serious option as a wing back option, which you can argue that he shouldn't be because he's not a wing back.
Well, whose idea was that anyway? Who first came up with that idea of him as a wing back? Has anybody ever seen him play wing back?
I don't know. Yeah, I think the idea came about because of the amount of forwards we were linked with, saying that if we got Sarr and we got Canusa or Smith Rowe, then what would happen with Sarr? Because that would be Kamada and Nusa, whoever it was, down the right hand side. So where would Sarr play? Oh, Sarr could play as a wing back. So I think that's how the conversation came about. But if that is the case, Nick, well, let's see this attack. Palace is playing it slow. Who's down the left hand side? Mitchell. Gahey now advancing as well. Gahey ball over the top. That's a nice ball to Kamada. Kamada heads it back to Eze and is offside. If that is the case, though, we have to start that narrative. It wasn't me that started it. We have to sign a wing back, right wing back, not only left wing back. Because God forbid, my biggest fear is Munoz gets injured or Munoz is having, I don't know, a bad spell, just needs some time on the bench. And Nathaniel Klein is our right wing back option, or Joel Ward is our right wing back option. Because that drop off, for me, I think is quite big, especially down the right hand side. I think we need to look, we got money to spend as well. So we should be focusing on that area and bringing in maybe someone a bit younger as a backup option to Munoz. Because, I mean, we've spoken about it with Mitchell as well. We've been lucky with Mitchell.
Palace will just do what they always do. Because they've managed to get away with it a couple of times. They'll just wait till they're cropped.
Yeah, but we saw
whoever's in the youth team in, and they'll flourish because that's the Palace way.
It killed me for years, and I've got PTSD over that. I am not going through right wing back in the final kind of. Because with how much I love them, regardless of how much I love them, let's be realistic. If we want to push top 10, if we want to push for European spots, you cannot have them as right wing backs. We saw the difference Munoz made as soon as he came into the starting 11.
Yeah.
Look at the difference he made last season. Straight away, we got the teams struggle to defend against us down the right hand side because we've got someone who's a capable attacker down that right hand side. Now, saying that, is that Nathaniel Klein on the ball right now? Was that Klein?
Oh, just played it too far.
Was it Klein? Yeah, it was Nathaniel. He literally ran off the pitch. It doesn't help his cause about what I've been saying about him. And if he's
commentator's curse there.
Palace curse, exactly, commentator's curse. But yeah, for me, Nathaniel Klein cannot be a right wing back option. Like they should. I'm happy with them in the squad because you need a 25-man squad, and I think Joe Wood and Klein add to that. Let's say worst case scenario. But yeah, we need another option down the right side because the quality drop off. And by the way, in this system, the wing backs are very important, because if we have a wing back, for example, let's say, and I don't want to keep talking about Klein, but let's say we have a wing back that's not good enough in attack. That width is gone. It's completely gone because the 10s play much more narrow in this system. So we need to make sure that throughout the season that we do have that.
Sorry, I've just got to say how well defended that was by Anderson without actually giving away a foul because it was all over him. But
yeah, and they do have the ball down the right side. I think is it our throwing now? No, it's their throwing. So yeah, hopefully the club do invest money in that area because left wing back was of course another concern, which Ume could potentially be playing there. But saying that if he ain't a serious option, then bringing someone else. Let's go for it this season. Let's back Glasner. But I think we will anyways. It's not the end of the window. So far, it's been good. Igrisar's not going to be playing right wing back. So yeah, Seb saying Lerma's coming on. Yeah, it'll be good to see him have a run out because he didn't start today. And he's another player that was away for preseason. Walton has been watching Declan Rice too much. He just lost the ball. I thought you were going to say something positive. It's a lovely flick to Mitchell. Mitchell, ball in the box. Go on. Yes.
Yes.
Come on.
Who's got that?
Kamada. Lovely.
The ball there from Eza. Did you see the little flick?
Lovely ball to come. That's what we're talking. We've needed players to attack the balls going into the box, and Kamada steps up there. Finally, 1-1. Lovely finish. First of any. I can't wait for him next season. Lovely ball from Mitchell, though, Nick.
No, show us the ball that Eze played to Mitchell. Because did you see the pass? How he did it?
Nice flick.
No,
that ball is. I know that finish is nice, but that ball is something else from Ty, and he's improved so much in the short amount of time under Glasner, and he's going to improve further as well. Fantastic ball. That's exactly what he wants.
How many goals has he scored?
And he bounced as well. It's very awkward for the defenders to defend against. Mitchell, as Red is saying, is getting better and better. But we need that depth option. We need that backup option as well behind Mitchell. Because as we've been talking about wing backs, you can see how important they are in the system. By the way, a lot of subs for Palace. Who's coming off? Kamada's off. Wharton is off. Gehi is off. Eze is off. Schlupp is on. The Corey, I believe, is on. Riyadh is on. Is that Sa potentially on as well? Yeah, look at that flick from Eze. Oh, that was filthy.
That was it.
Yeah. Let's see who exactly is on. Actually, Nick, you'll probably be out on social somewhere. Can you try to find out who's actually come on? There's been quite a decent amount. And as I was talking about the 60-minute mark, it was a 30-minute run out for these players. So that's good fitness test for them and test for them to prove themselves. So, yeah. So whoever says 60 minutes, well done to you. You got it right. Tell the technique.
No, wasn't it? It was 54 minutes. Who came on 54 minutes?
Yeah, but I mean, majority of the subs came on now. Yeah.
Thank you, Peter.
Making
Schlupp, we had Decore, Lerma, Ayew, and Saar came on.
Okay. Oh, Peter. I thought you said, sorry, I was just checking something out, and I just heard you say making pizza. And I was like, what?
No.
You said pizza, yeah. You said thank you, Peter. I was like, what are you talking about? Thank you, making pizza. It's a bit random. Like, it's still like half an hour left in the game, man. Why pizza? Like, let's go. You think up Riyad Decore and Saar. So where is Saar playing? Where is Saar playing? Lerman's on. That's good to see. Where is that Saar playing? How do you score? Cross into the box from Mitchell down the left-hand side, and lovely finish from Kamada. Meat fest, please. So IU, I believe, is up front, right? Saar is down the right-hand side. Schlupp as a left number 10. Lerma in midfield with Decore. So yeah. So Saar as expected,
got a boot into his belly.
Yeah. As expected, Saar's playing as a right number 10 option. So yeah, right now it's behind him. Lerma is down. Yeah, Lerma got hurt there. He's walking gingerly.
All right, he's up. He doesn't need an amber, Lerma.
What? I'm just gonna. You know what? I didn't hear it properly. I'm gonna keep it as that. The chat definitely heard it. I didn't hear it properly. It's better like that. It's better like that. It's better like that. By the way, people, if you're enjoying it, the stream, hit the like button, subscribe to not miss out on future Pies content. We'll be live after the game, half an hour after the game, for live match reaction as well. Thanks to every single one of you that have already liked the stream. But if you're enjoying it whilst this injury break is going on, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Thank you. They're taking Ume in the senior squad. He looks very attack-minded and athletic, but a bit raw in pre-season. He almost got red carded for 2 wild tackles within a couple minutes. Well, the reports were that that Glasner wants to develop him at left wing back. But yeah, he's pretty versatile. He can play potentially as a number 10 as well, but he won't be playing as a 10. I don't think throughout the season. So yeah, I mean, let's see what happens with Ume. But right now, he's with the first team squads. Once the season starts, let's see if he ends up on the bench. But that player is still down injured, so we've had a bit of a break here, Nick. It'll be good to see Saar for next 25 minutes or so. They were doing doubles. You know, you can talk here. Why would you reply in the chat when you?
Because I'm replying to Jay in the chat, and I didn't want to reply as back of the net.
You could talk. You could literally say Jay. They could do double. Like no, like he's fine. You can. You don't have to type it out. Jay's watching you on the screen right now, Nick. You don't have to type in the chat to reply to Jay.
I was trying to keep it secret, like off the stream, that might go out and people might listen and see it, but you've just blown it.
Exactly. I've just exposed you. Ume's also played
private messaging next time.
Yeah. For now, Klein is playing wing back anyways. I doubt we'll make any other subs. Let's see. Corner.
Apparently, PVA is available again. Out of contract.
That is a. We'll talk about that in a bit. Ball into the box. Cleared out from Palace. They still have the ball in our half. Ball over the top of the defense. Headed down by Palace. Lerma picks up the ball in midfield. We've got possession and we're.
Why would you stoop that low to head the ball away rather than belting it with your foot?
What was that?
Because it was like shin height, wasn't it, the ball, when he headed it?
Let me quickly change the 11 as well. So who's in 11? Peter's put out there. So Richards, Gay's off. Riyad is on. Let me change the graphic whilst that's happening. Mitchell down the left-hand side to Lerma to Decore, the player that I'm looking forward to this season in Glasner's system. And he gives the ball away. So we've got Henderson. Bring this up here. Got Henderson, Klein. Klein, of course, from Munoz. Richards, Anderson. So Richards, Anderson still managed to stay on. And those two have been playing pretty much, well, Richards especially, all the games in preseason. Anderson playing in American tour as well. It's good so far, Nick. Fingers crossed, but no No errors from that particular defender. I don't want to jinx it, but yeah, it's on the pitch as well. Oh, ball down the left-hand side. Schlupp has it, gives it to Tyreek. Tyreek to Lerma. Come on, Jeff. Bit better touch than that. Henderson, Richards, Anderson, Riyad, Klein, Mitchell, Decore, Lerma. Midfield change. But talking about depth, even now, I think this is a very good example. We've just took off our two midfielders. Hold up. Ball down the right-hand side. Klein to Sarr. Sarr, of course, with the new number 7 at the football club. Klein to Ayew. Ayew to Ismaila. Go on, Ismaila. Back to Richards. Riyad. Mitchell. Keeping possession.
Keeping possession. Wow, Lerma with a shot way over there.
Yeah, over the bar. But this is when we're looking at depth. Look at the midfield depth right now. The fact that we can take off Hughes and Wharton and bring on Decore and Lerma. You can argue that Decore and Lerma are good enough to start themselves, but that's what we have going into the season, and that's the positive. That's the positive. We've got real players now coming off the bench and have a proper impact into the game rather than being on a bench for just depth's sake. We've got quality depth, and that's what we've been trying to figure out all this summer. So that's positive. We're seeing that with midfield. Like, that's fantastic. Like,
which is why which brings you back to the Sam Johnson goalkeeping debate. You want a quality number 2.
No, goalkeeper is different because you can't bring in a goalkeeper at the 60th minute mark for and sub off Henderson. And goalkeeper, you pretty much have the same one starting week in, week out. But when you're playing 38 games a season plus cup competitions, plus the system that we're playing, you can change outfield players such as Wharton and Hughes, as we've seen. So Decore, I think, is a different situation comparing the Decore and the Lerma situation to the goalie situation. With the goalie, I think there has to be a clear number 2. Look at Arsenal. Arsenal trying to get rid of Ramsdale right now. Well, they're looking at options for him because he doesn't want to sit on the bench. He wants to play. You have a clear number 1. That's my opinion, anyways, with the goalie situation.
Yeah, no, I know. It's completely
great on paper. It sounds great on paper to have Johnson and Henderson, but it doesn't really work like that with the goalie position because of the amount of game time that they'll be limited to. So we got let me just sort out this Schlupp, Sarr, and Ayew up front. Still a very good second team squad right now. So I'll sort that out.
Resorting to lumping the ball forward.
Yeah, is a corner.
But that's well dealt with by Klein. Just deals with it.
Corner, right? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Corner to them. Spirit was saying we're still lacking in the number 10 position.
Can't Eze play there?
No, but we have 2 number 10s.
Yeah. No, but can't Eze play
today? But then you saw Eze and Kamada's playing. I think talking about depth. Maybe talking about SARS. You don't see SARS number 10.
Yeah, maybe.
Ball into the box. Lovely from Dino. Lovely. Twister said the quality depth for our current level. What's our current level? I mean, quality depth for pushing top 10 to European positions. I think Decore, even now, I don't think it'll be Decore, but Lerma and Hughes coming off the bench is good enough. Off the bench, by the way, not starters. I think that's good enough. That's good depth to have in the team. We've seen Will Hughes last season. How good he can be starting under glass. So, Mitchell down the left-hand side. Ball into the box to Ayew. Miscontrol. Corner? No, goal kick.
It hit the leg that he didn't swing.
Yeah. Bit like Eze when he missed that shot as well. But yeah, Ayew up front though. Well, playing up front. Ahead of because there was that question mark whether because technically Ayew could play where Sarr's playing right now down the right hand side as like a number 10 position, but the fact that he's up front, Sarr is playing more as a 10 is shows where we stand right now. But yeah, it makes sense. Kamada and Sarr as a backup option, but let's see if we sign another forward and especially another 10. If we do, then that makes things a bit more interesting. But yeah, Mukta saying you need to forget top 10. Top 10 was with Elise. And I don't think I can forget top 10. D, how many of our squad can start for top 16? Gehi, I think Decore wins fit. Decore wins fit. Henderson? No, I don't think so. I don't think Henderson. I don't know. I don't think so. I think Gehi, Decore, Walton, Eze, Munoz potentially. I think so. I think he's that good. I think we've got at least like 5 or 6 starters. And these
what
are
about
we're talking about top.
Given it's done it on the world stage as well at the Olympics.
We might even for European sports, you don't need to be tops. You can be 7th as well. And even a good cup run as well. That's solid enough. But yeah. What it says, what about
you don't think Mateta would have a shout at the top 16?
What was that?
You don't think Mateta would have a shout in a top 16, given the summer he's had and the end of season he's had?
Top 16. Potentially, yeah. I mean,
potentially Villa were after him, so that almost answers that.
Yeah. But then again, with Villa were after him, but we were talking about Mateta coming off the bench because they got Watkins. It depends who you class as top 16. Are we talking about traditional top 6? Are we talking about last season top 6? So it just depends who exactly we're talking about. But I think we've got players there that could play for top 16, and that's why we've been here talking about this player's been linked, that player's been linked. So we've got the quality there. I'm not downplaying our season. I don't think personally. I think top 10 is still achievable. There's nothing that suggests that top 10 ain't achievable with the squad. If we've got a decent enough squad, they're bringing on everyone. It seems like for the last 15 minutes, got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players coming on for them, which is a good time. That after this game, we'll be on for live match reaction, talking about the performance and the players in a bit more detail. I'll be on with Tim for that, so check that out half an hour after. And you don't have to do anything. You can just stay on the stream. You'll be redirected straight to the live match reaction. So it's all good. It's all good. You don't have to even click anything. If you're feeling lazy, if you're lying down watching this, lie down, continue lying down, and your stream will automatically change. James is saying it is fun to actually hear the Palace announcers stateside. Peacock and USA uses the network guys. Oh, that's interesting. So right now, when you're watching America, is it a Palace now? Who is that? That guy looked like he's like 45. I thought he was like a fitness coach for Nantes. That's just came on.
And then number 42 looks like he looks smaller than David Batty.
Who was that? He looked old. Tim saying no question twisted. We definitely need to keep recruiting. Yeah, we do need to keep recruiting, and we are. But I'm saying, like, you can already see the slight improvement so far when you have, Kamada starting and Kamada going off and Sarr coming off, for example. Well, it depends on how much you rate Ayew, where you see Ayew, but it gives us that depth options. Ayew can play up front now, and Sarr can play as number 10. And
Klein just won the ball back brilliantly there on the left, on the right hand side, and then just played a useless ball that went out for a corner instead of down the wing.
Yeah, let's see if we can actually win this. But so if the scoreline remains like this, Nick, we're unbeaten in pre-season.
Yeah,
it matters for me. I don't matter about. For me, next week onwards, Brentford. I'm like. Full on, like I'm not looking at a Brentford game as first game of the season is fine. Let's see how it goes. No, we're starting serious. If we want to be serious next year about a proper top 10 finish, European spot, fight for European spots, every point matters. Every game matters. Yes, it's not significant right now because it's the first game of the season, but come end of the season, we're talking about we're 3 points off this or we're 1 point off this. It all adds up. So I want an unbeaten run to continue against Brentford. 7 games unbeaten in competitive games. That hasn't finished. We're still 7 games unbeaten, and I want us to continue. I want us to continue against Brentford. So it's nice that we're season. Well, if it continues like this, but for me, it's all about Brentford. It's all about Brentford. It's not 2-1. It's 1-0. People are just trolling in the chat. Lerm on the ball, switches it down to the right hand side. And yeah, too much there.
Right, what's that?
I need to get onto. The final plan to get onto. Throwing for them. Nantes under pressure here from Palace. I'm winning the ball back. It's a throw-in for us. It's a throw-in for us. Near the box. Let's see what we can make out of it. Kleiny, I believe, is taking it. You need some options. He's just standing there, waiting. Lovely foul. Free kick. In a dangerous area. Put the ball in the box, far post. Let Riyadh hit it on. Make it 2-1. Nicky St. Klein is definitely a fullback these days. Good cover for right side of the back three and as a defensive option, but he did push up in attack well in preseason games. He has, but when it comes to competitive games, when it comes to the season, I still personally, for me anyways, some people, of course, benefit of here is that every Palace fan can have a say. For me anyways, I think we still need to invest in a right wing back. So yeah, let's see what happens, and then we'll answer more questions from this free kick. He's taking it as we're approaching the 79-minute mark. See what he does with the free kick. A lot of plays jumbled up. Put it in the box. Headed out. And don't need the ball there. The Corey trying to get back. Still scrambling. I think we do win the ball back. No, we lost it now.
That was a real tussle in the middle there, wasn't it?
What was that?
Real tussle in the midfield for the ball there.
Yeah.
Been a bit playground for a bit, didn't it?
Angus is saying, does Mateta start against Brentford? I think Brentford might be a bit too early, but I won't be surprised if he is an option off the bench. He might be on the bench. I think that would be a positive. Even if he's on the bench, I'll be fine with that. And then we'll see how the game goes. Maybe bring him on second half. So yeah, Riyadh, lovely. Riyadh has been very good this preseason. It's come on today as well. It's solid. Ball over the top.
Yeah, he's settled in really well.
Huh?
He's settled in really well, hasn't he?
Yeah. Hasn't had any. I think the only game where it was maybe a bit rusty was that Wolves game, especially in the first half. Down his side, they did getting behind a few times, and there were offside goals here and there. But apart from that, yeah, it's sorted. Zaha is not done deal, and we literally done a stream about it. Whilst in the stream, Fabrizio, who reported it, saying that he's edging closer, said that the deal is currently off. So I think Leicester are in for him. That's not the end of the world anyway. With the Zaha,
and then he took his streak down, didn't he?
Yeah, with the Zaha thing, as much as I want Zaha, I'm also not upset if he doesn't come to us. As I've said, if it fits into what we want to do as a football club in terms of the wages, what Glasgow wants, etc., and the club want him, then that's fine. I'm fine paying that 9 million. That's not a problem for me. We've got money to spend, so that I mean, I'm not gonna watch out every penny. I think he'll be very good. Imagine today bringing Zaha off the bench ahead of Schlupp. There's no way you can. For me, I would never be upset with that. So, but saying that, if he doesn't come, it's not the end of the world. There's other options that we can go. Yeah. We can go for young options. So I think it's a win-win situation for us. Like if he was to come to us, then that's great for me. If he doesn't, then we go for another option. So yeah. So I'm not worried about that. But if he goes Leicester, I mean, there are concerns with Wilf as well. He's not the youngest in age, injuries, wages, and all of this and that. But for me, I would have liked him back. Richards is down right now, getting treatment. And that's if the £170,000 a week for Zaha is true, MTB. We don't know if that is true. And Tim's saying we've had the best of Wilf already, to be honest. So yeah, let's see exactly what happens. Tim saying it looks like a cramp. Yeah, it looks like a cramp. Maybe he needs to be subbed off. Amy saying way better in the second half. Do you agree?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, we scored a goal.
We scored the goal. I still think I mean, Nantes sat back a bit more. They've tried to get us on the counter when we've had a lot of people too far up. Oh yeah, Ward's coming on now. And we haven't really seen much of that on screen, have we?
I don't know if we're much better in the second half than the first half, because in the first half, I feel like we got into the positions like we are in the second half.
Yeah.
But the difference with the Kamada goal is that someone actually stepped up rather than sitting behind the defense and attacked the ball when the ball was put into the box. So maybe on that stance, yeah, you can say it's better in the second half, because someone did, finally take one of these good balls and put it in the back of the net. But yeah, I don't think we're like much better in the second half than the first half. But yeah, I think that there might be slight improvements. Andrew's saying, do we rely on Edouard to be back up for Mateta, or can we do better? It all depends on how Glasgow views him, to be fair. I mean, he has started every preseason game, Nick, right? I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he started every preseason game.
And the only cover we've really had for Edouard has been Ayew. And it's interesting he hasn't started Ayew.
Yeah, he hasn't. And I really didn't get that much of a look end of last season as well under Glasgow. He's kind of become like a squad player that'll step up when we need him. But yeah, I mean, he's not really high up the ranks, I don't think, in Glasgow's books. He's not a bad player. Look right there, lovely right side.
Lovely ball across to Klein, who loses it.
Which he loses, I think, doesn't he? Yeah. Is that foul? No? Playing on still. By the way, lovely tackle.
That was a lovely tackle.
Anderson.
Plays it out.
Anderson's been good defensively today. He has been good defensively. Yeah. We're talking about mistakes over the last few games. He hasn't really had that today, which has been good. He's kind of got that out of the system, hopefully. Now, it's good that he's got it. In those preseason games, I don't really mean anything. Today, he's looked very solid. I've been impressed with him. Nick is saying, which Glasner prefers from what they've been saying. There's an academy guy, Rashan, they started in preseason. Yeah, he's rated highly as well, but it might be a bit too early for him right now. Palace down the right-hand side. They've defended well, to be fair, stopping us from putting the ball in the box. Go on, it is now. We do cross it. They head it away. Nantes. He tried to outpace. Was that Joe Ward? But we already had a defender there. Andrew saying, with the Anderson rumor on the Athletic to Fulham, are we okay with that, considering we have Riyad? We're interested in one other defender, and Gay is still with us. We need to let one go. Hold up. Jordan, are you in the box? Go on, George. To Mitchell. Of course, he's going to cross it, because that's what we do. And that nearly hit me. Again. Yeah. That was like as deep as you could get. No, I think Gay could still end up even as well. If Anderson was to leave, sign another defender. If Gay was to leave, we sign another defender. Saying that, Nick, I'll ask you this question. There's about 4 minutes left now. If we got rid of Gahey and Anderson and brought in LaCroix and Chalobah, would you be okay with them?
I'd have to be. It depends, because it's because that what I don't like is if you're keeping 2 out of the 3, then that's all right.
But does that not mess up the defense?
Or if you lose 2 out of the 3, then you've lost the main glue. Now it could be any 2. Do you know what I mean? So it could be Gay and Richards that we lose, or it could. But you need the ones that are familiar with playing with each other when the season starts.
Yeah, ideally, I think if I had to pick between Anderson and Gahey, of course, I think Anderson gets sold ahead of Gahey, because Gahey is the better defender. But let's see the free kick anyway. Jordan, are you ball into the box? Oh, headed out from the Nantes defender. Now they got a chance to counter, which we stop. Lovely from Mitchell. Intercepting that pass. Red saying, I like Anderson a lot, but he makes mistakes. I think we need him for team. Yeah, I mean, I'm not... The problem I have with, let's say, Gay and Anderson, which I don't think it will happen, by the way. Palace might have a price of £40 million, but it's up to us to decide to let him leave or not. But if we got around £100 million...
How much did we pay for him?
Anderson, around the 20, wasn't it? Around the 20, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, Ronnie is not going to Tottenham.
Yeah, there's nothing about it, is it, Tom? I'm sorry. Well, I'm not sorry, but yeah, there's nothing about that. Yeah. And I don't think one of my serious enough anyways for it, is it? We've seen in previous transfer markets. The Corey on the ball to Sarr, who ends up losing it. 2 more minutes left. 2 more minutes left of the final pre-season friendly. We're going to be live for the live match reaction as well, half an hour after this. That's not... The cat doesn't bark. It's Nick's dog. If I had my cat barking like that, then I'll have to probably take it to like a therapist or... not even a vet, like a therapist, because that would not be normal. I've never heard it bark. If the cat was barking, that would be a red flag. Red flag number 2, if a cat was barking that loud, I would have to go get it checked out because I don't think that would be a cat. But yeah, that is Nick's dog.
The dog's meowing.
Yeah, what was that?
And the dog's meowing.
Your Aaron. Is it called Aaron?
No, the dog is meowing like a cat.
Oh, meowing. Have you ever...
Yeah.
I just heard a few things right now. What was it? You said Peter said something, and I thought you said, I'm going to go make pizza. And now you said meowing, and I thought you said you said it's my Aaron. I don't know. Maybe my ears are just written off.
Well, he's not happy, Jay.
What?
Well, he's put crossbreed.
Oh. 1 more minute left. 1 more minute left. And next week, Sunday, people, we will be here for a watch along again. Fingers crossed, that's the plan. But this time, it'll be serious business. There'll be no laughters unless we're 3-0 up. Hold up. Ball in the box. Now you cut in. Go and take a shot. Take a shot. Win this game. Oh,
handball.
Yeah, referees having none of that. Saying I'm not.
They don't do VAR in friendlies, do they?
Yeah. Mitchell to Schlupp. Schlupp to Riyadh. Is the referee going to blow the whistle now? Is he going to let this one last attack go? And that is it. Pre-season over. 1-1 draw. Nick,
unbeaten.
Thoughts? Happy? Happy, man? Pre-season's done? Unbeaten?
Yeah. This time next week we'll have 3 points, won't we? Hopefully.
Hopefully. I'm excited.
The team got a good run out.
Yeah.
It showed where we've got deficits, and that's in the striking. The fact that Mateta wasn't there, although he scores a few, I'm still not sure that Edouard's the answer. But you know, which of the teams is going to be happiest there? Do you think Nantes or Palace?
I mean, for me, more than the result today, it was the fact that we had a solid performance. I like the performance today. I like the performance. Yes, we're unbeaten preseason. That's a bonus. I know it doesn't mean anything, but in terms of morale going into the new season, it's still good to have that unbeaten run. We defended well, as Mukhtar's saying. We've had moments in attack. Maybe we could have been a bit more clinical in front of goal, which we've seen in the past. But it's normal. It's normal. We still create chances. Everything looks positive. And as Jamal's saying, it was a good run out. But look, people, we're going to wrap up here because we're going to talk about it and more in a live match reaction. So hopefully we can have as much of you over there in about half an hour's time. We're going to wrap this up now. If you have enjoyed this, before you do leave, please leave a like and subscribe. And you'll be redirected to the next stream, and where I'll be with Tim, and maybe we could be open up the line if you want to have your say in preseason, and we can have it on as well on video, having your say. But that's it for today for this watch along from me, and until next time in about less than half an hour's time. See you then. Up the Palace.